Hey, yo, what's good, family? It's y'all boy Dolo coming back with another hit, man. And today I'm doing this video as requested. I'm gonna be telling y'all how to kill anxiety and overthinking. I used to be a past victim of overthinking and anxiety like crazy. And I would say, like, it was honestly driving my whole life into a very dark place. But overthinking is not actually a problem. Overthinking is a gift. But at the end of the day, the projectile of your overthinking and the direction of your overthinking, that is the problem. So most people, when they overthink, they're overthinking in ways that mess themselves up. A perfect example: relationship. Somebody could be overthinking when they're not with their partner about all the things that their partner could possibly be doing without them around. Maybe cheating, maybe being out with somebody else, or their partner literally just said, I'm about to go to the gym, and the woman's thinking, oh yeah, you about to go fuck on another girl, you about to go do all this stuff. So what does that mean? You're thinking in the wrong direction, overly. So that's when overthinking becomes a problem. In all these events in life, you have plenty of instances where you could think of something in a great way. But when we overly think of something, there are plenty of instances in this life where you could overly think something in the most greatest way possible. For instance, me, I overthink me being rich all the time. I overthink me giving back to people and me doing my passions all the time because I love these things. And would you say that is overthinking? Yes. But would you say it causes anxiety? No. It actually makes me feel more free. It makes me feel more happy. It makes me feel more content with my life. So that just goes to show overthinking isn't the problem. It's the direction and the projectile of the overthinking. Okay, Dolo. So if we understand this concept, now how can I change my direction? You simply have to see, why are you feeding into these piles of thoughts? You have to understand, look at your thoughts as piles of stones. If you look at everything that you think of towards yourself, right now, if you look in the mirror and you say, hey, I don't look good, you're throwing a stone into a pile of a thought pattern that says you don't look good. And the more stones that you throw into this pile that says you don't look good is the more hard it will be to get rid of this pile at the end of the day. So the only method to actually get over and stop thinking that you don't look good is to build a new pattern. And the mind rather go to the same hell 100 times than go to the new heaven once. And by saying that, I mean the mind is going to go through the same pattern, the same way to keep itself safe rather than going the new way. Because the brain wants to protect you. It wants to keep you safe. And it feels like knowing that you don't look good is safe. But that's not the truth. That's not actually what it is. It's just what you've chose to agree upon through your thought patterns. Whether you realize it or not, you've just been throwing rocks there. And so that's what you have to do. You simply just have to throw rocks into the pattern or the pile of you saying, I look good. You know what I'm saying? Throw rocks there. And the more that you do that, you will be building a bigger and bigger pile of rocks. And the goal is to look at your old self and see, okay, I've thrown piles of rocks into this pile of saying that I'm not able to do anything my whole life and I'm not capable of doing nothing. So now let me throw rocks into the pile that says I can do something, that does re-empower myself, that does make me feel like I am able to do whatever. But you have to understand just how you've been thinking the same way for 8 years, 10 years, even 20 years. Some people, that's a lot of rocks that you've thrown in this direction. So you have to throw new rocks in a new direction, but you got to throw a lot. So you must be either thinking this a lot more, or you must constantly be telling yourself this a lot more because you want to override this pile of rocks. And whatever pile of rocks is bigger is always going to win. Most people, they have too much fear, not enough faith. That's why fear beats them every single time. But if you build faith, then it goes out the window. So now if we know how to choose the direction of our overthinking, that is actually proper thought. A lot of people in this world have no proper thought. They have no intellect and actual understanding on how to think. And doing this, you will slowly teach yourself how to think. That should have been the first school they taught us in any type of school that was here on this earth, is how to use our own minds. Why wouldn't we get taught that? In my school, if I drop a school one day, I swear to God, that would be one of the first classes. Yeah, make sure to tell yourself sometimes to fully bathe in the present moment. You have to remember there's nothing but the now. Every second you're walking into the new now, a new present, a new moment. We could say that things happen in the past. We could say things happen in the future, but it all happens throughout the now. And within the now, the past and the present are able to exist. So make sure to be able to cultivate that. A lot of people that are overly anxious can't ground themselves in the now, because even when they're in the now, they're thinking about something that happened at school. They're thinking about something that happened earlier in the day. They're thinking about something that happened throughout their life. And that's not a way to help you ease and let go of this anxiety. And another big cause of anxiety is a lot of people take their thoughts, and when they see them, they attach to every thought. They think of every thought as them. You got to understand, even the thoughts that come through your head, they don't have to be from you. As me personally, my perspective on my thoughts is they are like clouds. I'm like the sky. My thoughts come and they go. I don't leave no attachments, and I choose which thoughts I will feed into and which thoughts I don't give no power to. Even if a bad thought comes to me right now, I have a lot of self-control to the point where a bad thought could come through my head and I just let it go. Before, I didn't have this, but I'm telling you, people with anxiety, if you are one, when your thoughts come, learn to just let them go sometimes. Don't have any emotional conviction towards them. Don't feel too deeply towards these thoughts. They're really just thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If you can't control your mind, why are you so pressed on what thoughts are coming through your head if you can't even control what you're thinking? Now, since we've solved how to not overthink in the wrong directions, how can we stop anxiety? Anxiety, oftentimes we will see it's coming from fear. It's coming from lack of understanding. It's coming from lack of feeling safe in a certain situation or in your mind. Some people could be driving right now and they have an anxiety attack. I know some of y'all have anxiety attacks at the dumbest, most ununderstandable times in the world, and that's because it's in your mind. You have to understand, this world is constantly stimulating you. We're constantly getting stimulated, bro. Back in the day, in the 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, they didn't have all these iPhones. This is a new thing. A human brain and a human is not supposed to go through all this stimulation just to be able to live. We're constantly taking dopamine hits. You don't even need to know what dopamine is, bro. All you need to know is that, think of it like this. If a kid is constantly getting put with a new toy or a new piece of candy in his face, he's going to keep on grabbing all these different toys and candies and not even be able to, one, be in the moment and enjoy the one because it's another one coming, or two, the kid isn't going to be able to sit his ass down and have a good life because he's constantly grabbing for something because he sees it's something for him to grab. So that goes back to a lot of y'all with this social media stuff. Y'all are constantly grabbing something to feed yourselves because y'all don't want to sit in yourselves. And that's the problem. That's where the anxiety kicks in, because you can't have the proper thought within yourself just to be. Because once you constantly looking for something to stimulate you or make you feel this pleasure, you know what I'm saying? You're constantly on a hunt for dopamine. You're constantly on a hunt for something to help you. And why does this tie back to anxiety? Because it takes you out of yourself. Anxiety is the opposite of inner peace. Anxiety makes you feel almost bad within. It makes you feel like you need to move around. You need to do something. When you come around somebody that's a bad vibe, they give you anxiety and you want to move around. You like, I don't even want to be around you, bro. So that's what you got to understand, bro. You must cultivate some type of inner peace for you to dissolve anxiety, family. You got to completely take out anxiety out your life through the push of inner peace. How do you get this inner peace, Dolo? How are you able to cultivate some type of inner peace in this world where we're constantly getting stimulated? And it seems like every time we look up, something's thrown in our face, something to watch. A new show just came out, some new on Instagram, some new is getting put on these PR pages and stuff like that. Boom. You stop watching it, bro. The biggest thing that causes your anxiety is because you guys don't watch what you put into your mind. You have to understand, when you wake up after you was thinking about something before you went to sleep, you wake up with the same thought. So that meaning this thought from the nighttime has lingered all the way up to the morning. So what is that to say? Your thought from earlier today that you wasn't enough, or that you was a little fearful about reaching into your goals or doing something of that sort, ain't linger on to the rest of the day. That is the living proof in the pudding, that these thoughts that you are eating are almost more important than your food that you're eating, bro. Because these thoughts live within you. And the more that you build these stone piles and don't redirect your thoughts, you will see that these thoughts will eat you alive. Because not one, you can't control them, but also two, you're starting to have to look outside of yourself for everything. And then boom, the self-peace comes into play. You need to learn how to stay away from all these stimuli, all these things that are constantly fighting for your attention. Your attention is one of the biggest currencies that you have in this life. In my opinion, attention is even more valuable than money. Right now, if you give your attention to something that's good, that's fueling you, you will probably seek more benefits and reap better things in the future because you gave your attention to something that was better for you. Just like you eating better food, you digest it better, you feel better, everything's better. So you have to cultivate this sense of inner peace from within through you looking at what you're doing now and saying, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not allowing myself just to sleepwalk through life scrolling all day. You know what I'm saying? That is what's causing the anxiety. You have no goddamn power over your thoughts. Think about it like this. You have your brain, you have your body. You driving your car is like you driving your vessel or your human body. But if you don't know how to drive your car or move your body or set your body in a direction that could take you to where you want to go, your brain and therefore being the car is going to be driving you. So that's like me being in Tesla having no direction on it and just letting the Tesla just go, because I can't control my own biology. I can't control my own self. So cultivating that inner peace is everything, but you have to take the things that don't belong and don't reside with inner peace out. If you want inner peace, you can't be worried about what everybody else doing. You can't be worried about the people who don't feed you nothing within this life. If somebody doesn't water you like a plant, I would recommend that you get away from them as soon as possible, because even me, I don't know none of y'all from a can of paint, but right now I'm watering you guys. I am looking to help you guys strive through life simply off of the love. You know what I'm saying? But once you've cultivated a sense of understanding over your thoughts and all those things, etc., and been able to do that a little better and been able to think better, been able to watch and control yourself a little bit better. And it all goes back to self-control. If you cannot control yourself will do anything. It'll go on TikTok, scroll for hours, and then you feel like you don't want to do nothing. You know how many times that used to happen to me in the past? I used to get on TikTok, scroll, and I don't even want to do nothing at all no more. And so that's why you got to control yourself, because if you can't control yourself, how are you going to control your thoughts? Your thoughts lead to your actions. You can't control your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You can't control your anxiety. So why you have to control your thoughts is because therefore you control your actions. And therefore controlling your actions, you will build more power within, and also looping back into the thoughts, reaffirming, reestablishing, and re-embedding the empowerment of yourself and knowing that you are the controller of your life. You know what I'm saying? Stop moving in a powerless state. Don't let yourself move in this powerless state. That is what people who are victims do, if I'm being honest with y'all. But cultivate that inner peace. Sit down, meditate. I'm gonna make a video on meditation here soon. If y'all want to learn, I challenge y'all to try it. You know what I'm saying? It will change your life. It has worked wonders for me, like I told y'all this. But meditate, breathe, and overall just be aware. You know what I'm saying? Be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your actions, because that will kill the anxiety that you're currently living in. That will kill the anxiety that's currently hunting you down. That will kill the anxiety that doesn't let you walk anywhere without feeling like somebody's looking at you a certain way or saying something about you, because you've cultivated a sense of inner peace that nothing can take from you. But now I have gave y'all the game. I have gave y'all the sauce. It's just about what you do with it. But y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Dolo, and I'm out of this bitch, man. It's all love, family. Hey, y'all stay tuned, man. I'm dropping hits on hits. Drop in the comment section below what other videos y'all need, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, all good. And you know, we out for sure.